The new beach house is steadily progressing along the road to completion. After months of being able to see the outside of the building, we were finally able to get a look inside. The interior isn't completely finished, but it does provide a mostly complete vision of what the finished product will look like.
We're getting very near completion. Staff has been working with the contractor, the architect. Construction is completed. Generally, when construction is completed, then we'll go through and develop a punch list of items that might need to be addressed a little bit. That is being done as we speak today. Of course, our long partners have been North Shore Boat Club. They have been involved with that facility for 50 years. They are still working on a fund drive, fundraising for the project. So if anyone is interested in contributing towards the completion of the beach house, there's still a gap of roughly $100,000 in order to meet the requirements given to the North Shore Boat Club for fundraising. Individuals can contact the City of Cedar Falls or the North Shore Boat Club if you're interested in contributing.
The first thing you may notice about the inside of the beach house is how empty it looks. That's one thing that won't change much from now to completion. Due to FEMA standards implemented after the previous beach house met its demise, there will be no electronic devices permanently installed in the beach house. There are plenty of power outlets available so that those who make use of the beach house will be able to bring their own appliances. And with the sheer number of outlets along the walls, there should be an answer to every arrangement need. What the beach house does provide is a solid structure with fully enclosed walls. It features ceiling fans and wide sliding windows to keep cool in the warm summer months. Along with the large windows are plenty of lights, which will help keep the building well lit. There are plenty of doors to go through, and there are sinks, complete with countertops, in place to provide water. The beach house has a roll-up door to allow for different configurations. One room is made up of half of the building, along with the high-ceilinged center area, and the roll-up door then breaks off a small wing of the structure. Another notable feature of the beach house is the bevy of metal flaps sitting a foot off the ground. These are in place to comply to FEMA standards and allow any future floods to come into the beach house and make their way back out again with no damage to the structure.
So it's been in process for planning since basically 2009. Different iterations of the project were put together. One of them was to have an elevated structure. We worked with the architect of that design. That ended up being about $1.2 million. It was thought that that was too much to spend for that particular structure. Plus there were issues related to accessibility for handicap ramps and those sorts of things. So that plan was kind of mothballed. We went back to the drawing board and then worked with FEMA, the State of Iowa Floodplain Section, our Board of Adjustment, our City Council, our Park and Rec Commission, and developed a plan that would allow us to put the building that you see today basically in the same location as the previous structure.
There is already widespread interest in utilizing the beach house, and a ribbon cutting ceremony is planned for later this year.
We are planning at this point a ribbon cutting on October 1st at 4 o'clock at the facility.
It is expected that the beach house will be available to rent by the 2016 calendar year. For Channel 15 City News, I'm Nathan Grieve.